Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me. This is just a transmission again, we could say. Happening all the time, and there's been a lot of activity from orbs and ships over the home to visitations themselves. And I think it was about a week ago I actually went on board a craft with Shiji, which was the first time in a long time, because a lot of the time for many years now it's been more through telepathy or third eye vision experiences and communication with her, as well as experiences with Archangel Gabriel, which I've alluded to the fact with a lot of people that have visited here, more to the point after they've had this experience of seeing a white orb that's anywhere from about 3 to 6 foot in diameter, about a foot off the ground, just floating around the property. And that's been happening since I've moved here, and it's actually the grounds of the sanctuary as well as in the home. So there's been many variations of intelligences connecting, again, whether through telepathy or through physical manifestation or physical contact. And it's not something to go on about all the time, but it's the information. And something I'd like to share, which is very short, but I've written it down, is this: the war-torn areas and those endorsing and perpetrating against the people of the lands will feel the ground shake as the earth and the Creator bring new energies and light to the people of the world. The old ways of dividing and conquering will be no more, as humanity greets each other as brothers and sisters and then welcomes those who are family from the stars and beyond. The rainbows of light, the energies of new, will bring about the introduction phase of the new age. Those who surrender to enlightenment through peace and sovereignty for all will be the way showers. You might be able to hear the sheep going off next door. The way I could explain this is that there's a lot of energies coming through the stars to their planetary bodies that are local to them. And in this case, we're actually in a space hitting that 25,000 plus year cycle, as ascension is a cyclical thing. And there's different components to it. Some will go to the new earth, some will surpass the new earth. Some that have already done all this before are going to actually stay here and help elevate those and teach those that need that assistance. And so as the divine feminine energies, we could say, are coming in at this time to help balance out the masculine energies, and we're going back to that phase to where there's going to be a bit more of an imbalance for a while, and it will tip one way and then go back the other way, and it will sort of just start to level itself out. There's a lot coming to the surface for the individuals and for the collective. And through the energy coming from our star, the sun, there is a range of different things that occur. This is how the tectonic plates shift. This is how we get a lot of volcanic activity, earthquakes, tsunamis, hurricanes, cyclones, twisters, the list goes on. Because there's many different factors with temperature inversions, what's going on with the ocean, and of course that's all around the globe, so that's different depending on where you are and what the seasons are as well. But this is part of, we could say, a chain reaction from the sun. And because of what's going on at this time, it's very much amplified. A couple of years ago, we actually had an earthquake here, and I actually predicted it was going to happen. And even I was saying to myself, and the couple of people that I was saying this to, which is documented, that it doesn't make sense because we're on one tectonic plate here in Australia. But it happened, it was a 5.6. And it's not going, oh, look at me, I've done this a lot of different times over the last decade. And it's not for show or anything, but my point with this is, at that time we were going through a great shutdown around the world, and the way I could say this is that Mother Earth and Source has ways of letting us know that it's not happy, but is also bringing energies through with that to assist with our own evolutionary process of purging, releasing and healing and moving on and elevating. And this is what's going on here. We've always had earthquakes, these different things always on and off. But there is ways that Mother Nature communicates with us as well as Source. We've seen these cycles in the past where things have been wiped out and renewed again. And Source loves all unconditionally. And this isn't to destroy, and I'm not trying to fearmonger here whatsoever. My point with this is that when Source energy comes through, even though its 0 point is actually in the heart space, when it's done in such a way like this, there are just natural byproducts that happen. And we can't understand everything on a human level because we're not in the God conscious state. So God knows all, and we are a cell of that body, and when we are silent, present in the moment, that's where we can interface with it. If we just observe how we're observing that space, you realise that you're connected. The other thing is too is that this is what we're here for right now. There's a lot going on for each individual and the collective. And it can be very dense for a lot of yous that are very empathic and in tune with your spiritual gifts. Being very sensitive in this day and age is a hard thing for a lot of people unless they understand how to shield and how to realise what's theirs and what's not, and how to heal and release and protect their own energies and assist others in, we could say, separating your cords when you may feel stuff is yours but it's actually somebody else's. This is why it's very convoluted, and especially for sensitive people, but this is the time that we've come here for. But we also need to support each other and not allow the divide game to happen more and more amongst us in the spiritual community or in the world generally. But there is a war going on, and this is a spiritual war, and as long as you're doing what the heart is guiding you to do, and sometimes, actually a lot of times, you won't have an idea of what that is. You're just being pulled towards something, and there's this urgency, there's this I've got to do it and I don't understand it. That is how Source works through us. And the angels and ETs and what have you, they're there to guide. They can't do everything for us. This is why we're here, meaning evolved souls have come here to assist with uplifting the collective as a whole. And this is to assist the purging and the releasing as we start to resonate with new energies. And so we've got to be kind to each other, but we've also got to be kind to ourselves in this process. But do what is right, and do it in a peaceful manner, and do it from the heart space with love and compassion for everyone, including ourselves. So we've got to support each other. We're guides to each other here in physical form. And again, it comes down to treat others how you want to be treated, and is what my actions are doing of assistance, not just to myself, but how's it helping others? How's it helping empower others? How's it helping the situation that you're in? You know, if there's no positive fruit from it, if it's not bringing love and joy into your life and being of service to others, you've got to question it. So I just want to say here as well that I appreciate everyone's support with Jaya Sanctuary. There's a lot at jayasanctuary.com that you can go and check out. There's a lot of education material, there's books, there's an online course, as well as a lot of different videos, meditations, documentaries and what have you. And I hope to see those of you that can make it sometime and see the sanctuary for yourself and experience it for yourself. And yeah, I just wouldn't be here without everyone's support over the last nearly decade and a half now. And I just want you all to know that it is appreciated, and many blessings to you all. Love, light and bliss. Thank you.